Hey everyone, it's Ray here. I'm here with my friend Keldon. What's up, Keldon?
Hello everyone.
Hey, and this guy's from SFC Sydney. I guess I also just want to again encourage you guys, if you have a Bible verse that really inspires you, I highly recommend that you go off and you share it with your brothers and sisters in Christ as well. There's a particular Bible verse that I came across in these Bible study podcasts that I've been listening to. I'll give the link after this video. But this particular verse is from the book of Proverbs, chapter 7. And it's about, technically, it's about sexual immorality. It does talk about a woman, but this could easily be applied to men as well. Okay, so from verse 6 it says, "For at the window of my house I have looked through my lattice, and I have seen among the simple, I have perceived among the youths, a young man without sense, passing along the street near her house, taking the road to her house, in the twilight, in the evening, at the time of night and darkness. And lo, a woman meets him, dressed as a harlot, wily of heart. She is loud and wayward, her feet do not stay at home. Now in the street, now in the market, and at every corner she lies in wait. She seizes him, kisses him, and with impudent face she says to him, I had to offer sacrifices, and today I've paid my vows. So now I have come out to meet you, to seek you eagerly, and have found you. I have decked my couch with coverings, coloured spreads of Egyptian linen. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love till morning. Let us delight ourselves with love. For my husband is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He took a bag of money with him. At full moon he will come home. With much seductive speech she persuades him, and her smooth talk she compels him. All at once he follows her, as an ox goes to the slaughter, or as a stag is caught fast, till an arrow pierces its entrails, as a bird rushes into a snare. He does not know that it will cost him his life." Interesting verse. It's what we all do, always looking for love in the wrong places, okay? I say this only because if you take a look at verse 6, okay, it says, he saw outside his house all these young inexperienced or young simple youths, okay, so we're looking at adolescent youths, but there's one particular foolish one, okay, a young man without sense, and he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. It says here in verse 7 to 8, a young man without sense, passing along the street near her house, taking the road to her house in the twilight, in the evening, at the time of night and darkness. So when you see that, he is off somewhere where he shouldn't be. Okay, people back then, out at night, at some young woman passing through this district, just asking for trouble, basically. Now, if you take a look here today, a lot of us are in the wrong place and shouldn't be in that place. Okay, think about the internet. You hear on Facebook or your YouTube, you'll see an ad, you click on it, it takes you to another site, and so before you know it, you're at some pornographic site. Okay, a place where you shouldn't be. All right, and look what he says. And lo, a woman meets him, dressed as a harlot, wily of heart. She is loud and wayward, and her feet do not stay at home. Now in the street, now in the market, and at every corner she lies in wait. She lies in wait. Doesn't that remind you of certain, or maybe yourselves, or maybe other people you know? These are people who are just wanting sex bad. Okay? They want it now. Doesn't that remind you, brothers and sisters, of, yourselves? Okay? Or maybe people you know. You go out there and you're just waiting for sex. Alright? You're waiting. Lying, it says here, she is loud and wayward, and her feet do not stay at home. Now in the street, now in the market. She is not at home. She is waiting. She's on the prowl, looking for someone. And I like how she says here, she seizes him and kisses him, and with impudent face she says to him, I had to offer sacrifices, and today I've paid my vows. So now I come out to meet you, to seek you eagerly, and I have found you. What does this say about this woman, Keldon?
A religious.
She's a religious woman. She should know better. All right. Now, back in those days, when you had to go to temple, you had to bring the was it the lamb or the sheep or whatever it is, the sacrifice to be burnt in the temple as a sin offering. Okay, so you pay your debt, and then the remainder, or whatever was left, you had to go home and consume it. Okay, and look what she says here. Okay, so she's got all the stuff that she needs to consume. She has to consume it within 24 hours, otherwise it was an invalid offering. Okay, so she tells this young man, I've gone and I've made sacrifices, and here, I've got my stuff here that I need to consume. I have now come out to meet you and seek you eagerly, and I have found you. She's using a religious argument in order to seduce this man. Okay? What a lie. Think about it, okay? She's saying, come on, let's go eat and consume this together. But yet, she had plans. She knew what she was doing. She was scheming, okay? Often, a lot of us who really, really, I guess, want something, okay, who are so, I guess, drawn and attached to the pleasures of the flesh, will do anything to get it, even lie, okay? If you take a look here, she then tries to seduce him even more. In verse 16, I've decked my couch with coverings, coloured spreads of Egyptian linen. I've perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us fill our love till morning. Let us delight ourselves with love. So she's saying, let's have sex all night, and it will be great fun. All right, then this is the part that really reveals everything. It says here in verse 19, 20, for my husband is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He took a bag of money with him. At full moon, he will come home. No one's going to find out. And also it's kind of fun. It's cheeky, my husband, we can like have awesome sex here on this bed. It's going to be great. It sounds fun, okay? You find out later in the next chapter that the husband does find out, and he has a big costly debt, and I think he ends up being a slave or something to this man. But as you can see, it's all lies. Okay, the man actually does find out in the end, anyway. All right. And then it says here, with much seductive speech, she persuades him, and with a smooth talk, she compels him. And I love this line. All at once, he follows her, as an ox goes to the slaughter, or a stag is caught fast. And this is what happens to him. Till an arrow pierces his entrails, as a bird rushes into a snare, he does not know that it will cost him his life. Think about it, brothers and sisters. If you go out there and you willy-nilly go and have sex with every single person that you meet, okay, what do you end up with? The cost to all of this is, not just emotional, okay, it's financial. You go out there and you make babies, you have child support that you have to pay for. If you do end up like getting married and all that, that's fine, but there's all those costs that are involved in raising the children, okay? Even worse, a lot of people take the morning after pill and then have abortions. That's murder, okay? So there's a lot of cost involved with this kind of promiscuous and dangerous behavior. Now, if you take a look in chapter 5 of this book of Proverbs, it actually gives you better advice, okay, in how to handle this kind of situation, all right? And you'll find it here in chapter 5 of the book of Proverbs, verse 15 onwards, okay? Let's have a look.